notice that this is, in fact, Cuesta HD TV. In fact, you can check out our channel on YouTube. A lot of our broadcasts and other programming done by students here at Cuesta College. In fact, today's broadcast is 100% student-produced in glistening high definition with volunteers from Cuesta Broadcast Communications, also involvement of staff and faculty here at Cuesta. Start your radio high-definition television and film career at Cuesta Broadcasting. And because it's a diverse program, you can start in all three of those fields.
Some great talent there among our students.
Absolutely.
Led by the great John Arno.
And we're witnessing it. It's on your screen right now. 1-0 pitch, and taking a little bit high to Dylan Toshkin, who started off the game with a double down the left field line and then ultimately scored the Brahma run, count of 2-0 to him from Andrew Nelson.
Speaking of leaders, our great president, Gil Stork, came out to one of our games recently and talking baseball, and it was so nice to spend some time with him.
I think he was happy after what's been an eventful year for all of us to have some time to come out till the ball game. 3-0 pitch. And a 3-1 count is Gil himself, a former coach at Cuesta.
That's right. And then another Dodger lover. There are a lot of Dodger lovers.
It's one of those things geographically that...
it's curious, isn't it? Because you're between Giants and Dodger fandoms.
Full count, yeah, that, in different parts of the state it will be split. And since we're kind of in the middle... Especially when I first came there, because I've lived in both parts of the state, but during my formative years, Northern California is a Giants fan. I think other than Larry Lee, I haven't met too many Giant fans around here. This one is a dribbler over to third base, scooped up, and Montanari throwing over to first base.
Well, I sure get a lot of Giants fans in my classes.
Right. We do draw from the Bay Area quite a bit.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But growing up in Santa Barbara was almost exclusively Dodger fans.
I would expect.
In L.A., when I lived there, it was obviously pretty much all Dodger fans.
And it could be a function of the TV market, too, where this is, we get L.A. teams as opposed to the Bay Area teams, unless they're
Boy, when I moved here for the first time 12 years ago, I was surprised how many Giants fans there are.
Pop up by Himes. And Dominguez will make the call. He'll get it over on the right side of second base, and there's 2 down.
I really don't want to talk about the San Francisco Giants, though, after what happened to my Reds in the playoffs last year. Let's banish that thought.
Well, this time. Well, I do enjoy talking about the Giants, though, being a Northern California. Well, actually, though, I enjoy the Padres, too, from my time in San Diego. I thought it was interesting. I had a student ask me the other day, it was a pitch coming inside. Nick Murphy got hit. So another hit batter in this game. He'll go over to first. I had a student, although I didn't hear the punchline as far as why he asked me this, but he said, "Are you a Giants or a Padre fan?" And I said, "Yes, both." And I don't think that was the answer he was expecting.
No, I don't think so.
Because having lived all around the state, and obviously affinity for the Reds, having lived in Dayton, Ohio for a while.
Nice. That's Reds country.
Absolutely it is. Big Reds country there in southwest Ohio.
And northern Kentucky as well. They're big Reds fans. Down Covington, along the Ohio River.
Absolutely. Aldo Zamora, who struck out last time. 1-0 count.
But the Reds, they took two games in San Francisco in the playoffs, and then all I had to do was win 1 game at home out of 3, and they dropped all 3. So that was very disappointing for Reds fans.
Fastball, big cut, swung and a missed as Nelson breaking the heat there, 1-1. It kind of reminds me of a series I was at many years ago in San Diego when they came back in the NLCS against the Cubs after being down 2.
Yeah, it's Steve Garvey.
That's right. I was there for that. A tremendous home run. One of the all-time great clutch hits.
That was a clutch hit by Garv.
1-1 pitch.
Pete Schuler and I, he's the SID here at Cuesta, Sports Information Director. He was mentioning that it's kind of surprising that Garvey isn't in the Hall of Fame. It's remarkable years for the Dodgers and solid. He didn't have a great arm, but he was solid defensively, and boy, he had some clutch hits over the years.
1-2. Check swing and a pitch outside, 2-2. Yeah, in fact, I was kind of reminded of him recently. I was watching the new 60 Minute Sports program, and one of the features was on the new Dodger ownership, and they were showing, how they had brought back a lot of the, famous players. And again, you would think Hall of Famers, but, Steve Garvey was certainly part of those festivities. Again, it is surprising given the, breadth of his work. I mean, just how many years that he was such a top performer on 2 different teams that he's not in there at this point.
Right.
2-2 count, runner first, another throw drawn over to first base on Murphy, who was hit by a pitch with 2 down. It's top of the third, and we're tied at 1.
Well, they had a great run there in the 70s and early 80s. They had some great teams, and of course they were anchored by that infield that didn't change for, 8 or 9 years. Garvey,
right.
Yeah, we'll talk about that next time.
Absolutely. Swing and a miss. For strike 3, Nelson picks up another strikeout. And it's batter, and the Brahmas strand 1 after 2.5. It's still tied up. Cuesta and L.A. Pierce at 1. We'll be back with more Cuesta baseball right after this on Cuesta TV.
This program is produced by Cuesta Broadcasting. Start your radio, TV, and film career at Cuesta College.